Hey guys, this is Kirsten Zaki, and this is my final project for MIT 812. And for this project, I created a Google Classroom site, and it's on my school domain for the district that I work for, so you guys don't have access to it. So I wanted to record a video to show you what the classroom looks like and how I created it and how I plan to use it in my classroom. So this is my website, and I am under the About section right now. So under this section I have my room number, which is 303, and no one in the school knows what number each classroom is, so I have fax room behind that. And I also have my email, which is really nice for students to be able to have access to email me directly through this website, and it goes into my school email. And then I also have a Google Drive folder that is set up for documents for this class. So anytime I create an assignment, it'll go into the folder for this class, so they can come back and look at past assignments and stuff through there. I can add any materials that I want to the About section. I can attach documents. I can use anything that I have saved on Google Drive through my district account. I can add a YouTube video. My students don't have access to YouTube, so for the classroom, I would actually download it and then put it on my drive, or I can attach a link. So I can add anything I want there. Things that I have added is my course syllabus, and then I've also signed up for Remind for this school year, and some of my parents have not signed up for that, so I can have that on there as well, so they can scan that QR code with their phone or sign up for email or text and be able to get those messages that I send out to the classroom. I also have a tutorial on how to turn in assignments on Google Classroom. This is something that I will cover in the classroom, but if a student is doing it at home and they forget, or if they have a question about it, or if their parents have a question about it, I just put up this video that I found on YouTube. And then I also have a video that I created for one of my classes about one or two semesters ago about critical thinking that I really liked and thought that my students should view. So I have that on here as well. And again, this is just in the About category, so this stuff will stay here. I am the only one that can post to that part. For the stream, this is where all of our active assignments or any announcement, you can see here I can put announcement or an assignment on here. I've created a couple of assignments. My students currently do not have access to Google Drive or Google Classroom, so this is purely set up for next semester. Supposedly as soon as we get back in January we will have access, so it's set up with the intention of using it next semester. So the first real assignment that we're going to be doing is a research paper. So I have the directions for the research paper here, and then I hand out several papers in the classroom, but I have also attached digital documents of that just in case they get lost or if they forget them at school and they're working on it at home, anything like that. And then I've also created a video about how to use Google Drive to write their paper, to type up their paper, and also EasyBib for their sources. So just things that I'm expecting my students to do that they can have a reminder at home, or if I already have 10 people in line asking questions, they can just view that and get their questions answered. And then I have an announcement for them. Welcome back to the second semester. Remember, we're still doing our notebooks again. And then I have, again, these papers were handed out in class, but these are digital copies because middle school students do lose their copies. And then the first thing that I will have my students do when we get access to Google Classroom is they will take this Welcome Back survey. The survey I have is posted on Google Forms, so that'll take them directly to the Google form. And then I will get an analysis of that. It'll give me a spreadsheet for that. So just a couple of things that I have added on there. I currently do not have any students, but I can invite students through here, which is what I will be doing, or I can have them get onto Google Classroom and then they can use this code in order to join. And I can also block from the streaming. I can block students from leaving comments or from posting anything other than their assignment in the assignment area. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I have used Edmodo in the past, and that is something that I could not stop my students from doing. I mean, I could get them in trouble afterwards, but I don't really like that concept. So I'd rather be able to block them from doing something I don't want them to do rather than punish them after it's already happened. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Some things that I'm not crazy about with this Google Classroom. In Edmodo, I was able to have a folder and then have separate folders, and it would show up on the streaming page instead of having the students have to go to the about page. So it seemed more accessible for my students, whereas here they have to remember to check the other tabs, and again, sometimes middle schoolers don't like to think outside the box, they like it just right in front of them. So I was kind of upset with that, and it just doesn't have as much availability as I thought it would. I mean, Google is very advanced with Drive and with Google Plus and Hangouts and everything like that, and this just seems like a very basic classroom setup, a very basic website setup. But I think it'll do what I want it to do, and I also am very excited that they do have access to Drive starting in the spring semester. So this is definitely something that I will use. It's going to be a continuous process. It will be in May. It will probably be very chaotic and not be nearly as easy to get through, but that's the whole point, is that I keep adding to it over the semester. So that is my Google Classroom website that I created. I had a great semester. Thanks.